Hey, what's up guys? Today I want to show you a product that I think is super cool. A product that's perfect for anybody using floor modelers, Fractal, IK Multimedia, the Line 6, Neural DSP, Quad Cortex, the Nano Cortex, Head Rush, Kemper, ToneMaster Pro. This thing works for everything. It's called the K&K Shield. It's a shield that goes over your floor modeler. And again, it just works for anything, but I'm gonna be showing it off here, showing you how it works, talking about the things I like and don't like about it with my Fender ToneMaster Pro. And no sponsor here, I just like to show off cool stuff. The company did send me this product and a brand new prototype too, which we'll go over later in the video. But they didn't tell me to make a video about it or anything like that. I just like to spread the good word when I come across products that I think is cool and could be helpful to others. So if you like the sound of that, stick around. Again, you'll see it here with the Fender ToneMaster Pro, but it'll comply to anything. So this right here is called the K&K Shield. It's from a company called K&K Shields. And it just slips over like this. Each unit and each shield attaches differently. So this particular one here, the Fender ToneMaster Pro, has these 4 clips and they just clip down and it goes around like the edge, like that. And it stays on there. And it has this little magnetic guy. There's a couple little magnets there and magnets there so you can get to what you need to do. And it sits right back on there. I could turn this upside down right now and it wouldn't fall off. And really, this is just great protection, especially if you're playing live all the time. I'm sweating all over this thing, you know, beer gets thrown at the stage, it could be raining. We did this cruise, like one of those metal cruises last year, and the first night we're up on the top deck, just open sea, you know, and rain coming down and stuff. And my ToneMaster Pro was protected. I mean, it doesn't claim to be like waterproof or anything, but it's certainly better than nothing, you know what I mean? So I was super glad I had it. And just a cool thing. It just protects it, keeps your gear nice. And that's something that I really like because I like to keep my gear looking nice and lasting as long as possible, right? So one thing for this particular, for the Fender ToneMaster Pros, like I said, it has these 4 clips that go over like this. And during transport, this one broke off for me down here. And I certainly do not blame the K&K Shield. These things feel pretty heavy duty. I'd tell you if it didn't. But I don't love the design, and I thought that right away. I thought that there was a chance it could break off. Again, not the fault of the K&K Shield. I think it was my fault because I transported this thing in a soft shell bag through, you know, airports, on the plane with connections, you know, baggage handlers throwing stuff around. You know, baggage handlers never care about our gear as much as we do. They're oftentimes stacked under huge piles of luggage, just tossed around. I've had many things broken. Latches off my pedalboard cases in the past, wheels broken off, my rolling pieces, stuff like that. So it's a pain in the ass. So this got broken on that first trip and I was bummed about that. So I got in touch with K&K and said that I needed another one. And actually during that conversation, I told them that what had happened. They said they'd be happy to send me another one. And I mentioned that I thought, you know, I had a couple design ideas if they were to ever redo this for something that I thought could be just an idea to make it a little bit better, which, you know, companies like to hear about from people they send this stuff to. Maybe I would like to think that they want to hear some ideas for new future designs. And I gotta say, I know absolutely nothing about plastic molding, like how it works or anything, but the only thing I could think of, I could see that this is a design challenge, like how to get this thing to stick on there. And this is actually a pretty good idea. It clips on there. You hear that clip? I'll take it off. So it's on there solid. Even with my 3 clips here, it's on there solid. It ain't going anywhere. The magnets are good for that. Again, to get underneath there if you need to. But the Fender ToneMaster Pro has these grooves along the edges here. And I thought if this thing were molded around and would just clip into the sides, imagine if it had a thing like that and a thing like that, and there's this groove, and it was tight enough fitting where it just clipped over like that and was stuck in there, then you wouldn't have to worry about these things. But they said to me, aha, don't worry, we're gonna send you a new one of these, and we have a new prototype design. So I'm gonna show off that new prototype design. I'm gonna install it for the first time today, and we'll check out and see how it is. Unfortunately, the prototypes, the new ones, the new design aren't available yet, but I imagine they'll be soon. I haven't heard when or whatever. I think they're just sending them out to guys like me to test them out, to see. if they're ready to be put on the market yet. So stay tuned for that if you like the look of it when we look at it for a sec. But let's go ahead and throw my brand new one on here. So here's a brand new one of the exact same design. Thank you, K&K. It even looks newer, huh? I don't know if you can tell that. Clips right in. So you can get this right now. I think they're like 60 bucks, at least for the Toemaster Pro. I guess I can look for the other stuff here. Let's see, so Fractal, yeah, 45 to 55, depending on which Fractal unit you have. The size, obviously, 35 bucks for this Tone X1, Line 6, Helix, all around 60, 45, 55, 60 bucks for all the stuff. Head Rush, yeah. They even have some like different types of stands, switch toppers, things like that. So check them out, knkshields.com, especially if you're interested in getting one of these for yourself. But again, I just recommend it if you like to keep your gear protected. So that's on there, cool. Magnetism is real nice on that. Oh, hold on, there we go. It goes right in there. It's got this fit around there that just fits in there perfectly. So everything is crafted nicely. I'd say it is a good design, but it could be better. And we're gonna check out the brand new design. Let's take a look here. It does not have these clips. So here is the brand new one. We got a little dust on there. Get that off of there, yeah. Using the old trusty Music Nomad tool there. Comes in handy for so many things. So again, that just fits right on there. And what we see right away with this difference is that it does not have the clips. Instead, they're taking advantage of these magnets like they did for this piece, the touchscreen cover. There's one here, 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 and here. And they sent along this little bag, and there's plenty of extras. I only need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these little magnets. Let's get these installed. So we're gonna grab 6 of these guys. And what they said was, I'm just gonna take this out for now. They said was, I'm gonna flip it over, and with these little things here, it's like a magnet side, and then there's a sticky side with a little paper on there. So you put the magnet side on there. There we go, like that. I think it's gonna be a little bit of a challenge getting them perfectly lined up and taking that tape off, but I'm getting them on there first, and then when I put it on there, they're gonna be on there. And personally, I want them perfectly centered, so I'm gonna do my best job. See how that's like off center there? The blue is off center, so I'd wanna move that a little bit like that. So that's what I think is gonna be the challenge right now. Right there is perfectly centered. I hope the camera's in focus, but that's perfectly centered in there. So now what I wanna do is try to pull this adhesive off without moving that blue. I suppose even after, okay. Let's see, how am I gonna do this? This is honestly my first time doing this right now in real time, so we're gonna kind of figure it out. First one, this type of thing is probably the toughest. Okay, the back is off. Get that on there. Now, let's see if I can get that. You know what? Okay, yeah, that'll be easy to just get centered. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the white part off of all of them, and then I'll get them centered. So we got that. Bear with me while I get all these off. Okay, got them off. I think there's one stuck to my arm. That one's stuck to my thumb. Yep, okay. So I'm gonna get that like that. There we go. All right, so we're set up like that. And now when I push this on there, they're all gonna stick. But again, I wanna get all these perfectly lined up first. That looks good. That looks pretty good. Just sliding them in. Again, this is just magnets. Looks good. And I can tell that the adhesive is strong enough, but not super strong. Like if you ever wanted to pull these off again, like pull them off your Toemaster Pro or whatever your unit is, I could tell that'd be no problem. All right, they're all perfectly centered. So now I'm gonna carefully put this on here. Just drop it on. Okay. And now I'm gonna press them all into place there as best I can. Now, when I pull this back off, hopefully they all stick, and I'm gonna put a little more pressure on them. Okay, they did not stick. Make sure just I have that on the right way. I do. Okay, that one stuck. That one did not. That one did, that one did. So I got 3 that are cool. Oh, yeah, then 3 that are not. Let's see if I can get that one. Come on, guy. Okay, there we go. That one's cool. Well, I have these off, but now I'm gonna really put some pressure on those. There we go. So again, this is my first application. You kind of just figure it out as you go. That one, good. Now, hopefully those will stay well. I gotta get this one. Okay. Come on, guy. Perfect. Okay. One more to go. I think these are maybe things too where holding for a little bit. You know, those like, I forget the brand, but those like plastic hooks you can get put on your wall, 3M, like plastic hooks. They say once you get it on there to hold it for a good 15, 30 seconds or something like that. And I'm always like, is that really necessary? But perhaps it is. Just making sure that your adhesion is solid. And like I said, they came with tons of extras in case you need to. Okay, let's try to get this last one to stick. Okay. Perfect. It worked. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're good. Okay. There we go. It's on there solid. I'm trying to lift that off and I can't unless I really try to. I can see that this one isn't totally touching. So guys, that's one thing you got to think about there. I'm talking to K&K that I don't know if it's that the plastic isn't completely straight or whatever, but I got one that isn't totally touching. But you know what I could do is double it up. So that's what I'm gonna do with that. It's just like the perfect amount of space. All the other, that one too, there we go. Yeah, okay, that one's kind of, maybe this is the tiniest bit warped, but I could put 2, and that should solve it. Just to add a little more height, and that should be good. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna try to stick that on there perfectly. That's gonna add a little extra height. All right, hopefully that's not too much height. Let's see what happens. Still not perfect. Maybe even need a 3rd one in there. That one too. Let's just try it, what the heck. First we'll do this one. Okay. Okay, perfect. I do need a 3rd one right there, and I know that's gonna be good then. And I still have plenty of extras. All right. Perfect. That worked perfectly. Nice and solid. They're all on there. Oh yeah, that feels good. Feels nice and solid. I like the look of that, just having that Uber there. Put this on, and the new shield is now installed. I feel good. I think that looks cleaner, not having those tabs up there. So it took a tiny bit of finagling with these little tabs, but once they're on there, and shouldn't have to worry about it again. At least I hope so. And like, there's really no reason to ever take this off again unless I need to for some reason, but it's kind of like, why? You don't need to. It's on there, it's protecting. I like that. So that's it. Just wanted, again, just show off a product I like. That's what I like to do here on the channel. Sometimes I'm directly promoting something, I got to admit. Once in a while I am, but I would say most of the time, I'm just trying to talk about stuff that I think could benefit anybody else out here who's in the same world. And if you've made it this far, you must be, you know, so I recommend it, knkshields.com. Thanks to those guys for sending this out. I'll be using them. I like it. I like this new design. Better than the old design. I think it's killer. So as I mentioned, they're not quite available yet, but hopefully they'll be soon. So check that out, or go ahead and get the other one in the meantime. You know, it still works. Can do the clips. And they work for me for a while. And it still would, you know? So, cheers. Please subscribe to the channel if you like this sort of stuff, to check out more things like this and the plethora of other things I have on the channel. All sorts of guitar maintenance, guitar demos, gear demos, my Everything You Love conversation show, and so much more, playthroughs. Just, I got it all for you. If you like guitar and music, heavy metal, all that good stuff, just like I do. Cheers. Thanks so much for watching. Hit that thumbs up button if you like the video. Again, hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out. Does me a favor. No obligation, no charge, no nothing like that. You just hit it, you're in. Lets you know when my new videos come about. I'm Rob Arnold. Thanks so much for tuning in. Cheers. I'll see you on the next one.